Hello, everybody. Welcome to this first podcast. We make it and we feel a little bit stressed. Thank you so much for following us. My name is Hussam. I'm an entrepreneur, or should I say, the founder of Royal Group Service and a trainer of the platform. And we live here in Istanbul. We decided to make the first podcast. It will be about a lot of subjects, spontaneous, living in Turkey, and how the business here. And also, if you follow us till the end or watch this episode till the end, we bring you a special gift by our guest, Mr. Mohammed.
Hello, Sam. My name is Mahamadou, original from Mali. I'm so excited and at the same time a bit stressed. It's my first time also doing this kind of things. And today we're gonna talk, as you said, we're gonna talk about business, the entrepreneurial journey, and also everything that goes with it. So, Usam, what are you most excited about today?
Well, I'm excited to talk about a lot of things like business consulting and about living in Istanbul. And a lot of people, they are watching us, maybe. I hope they are, and they follow us, of course, to talk about those stuff. And I know that you are a business consultant. Am I right? So I'm very excited to know about business and how can you guide me to the business?
If you want, you can call me as a Google Map, or even if you want, I can call myself I consider myself like a bridge for the business owners looking for the new partner in the Turkey. In Turkey. So, you know, just be ready or be like I mean, I'm ready for you to. I'm sorry, guys. It's my first time. This is not the perfection. I'm learning from this podcast. As I said, it is my first time. So I'm just about to tell you that I'm here for you. I'm like a bridge to make connections. Since I've been here for almost 5 years, I speak Turkish, I speak French, I speak also, as you can say, English. So I can help you guys, and I'm ready to anyone who wants. I'm ready to give you free consulting um, anytime you want. Just comments below. Okay, Usam, can you tell me about your journey? How long you have been in this industry? How it was? What was your challenges? What's your motivation? And yeah.
Yeah, speaking about stress, everyone, me myself as well, I was stressed in every time you got on stage, or maybe you were training, or maybe anything. So it's normal, it's very normal. But even speaking on the camera is even more nervous because the audience is not in front of you, and this is make you like, how can I break the ice and so on. But we are talking spontaneous about things. I want to comment about one thing. Speaking about my journey, my field is in medical tourism. I was working as an IT. I made a website, and this company had people who work in the medical consultant in the medical tourism. This company is they're specializing in medical tourism. So I got an offer and I went there as a programmer for Stack. So I started to work from this side. But there was a thing that I wasn't even expecting it, that the medical consultant in the company, they were having a huge, not huge, like they were having like triple salary of the IT guys.
Oh, really?
Definitely. I'm telling you. So what I do, I say like if these guys are taking treble, so I want to learn about. I feel like if someone tell you that I can give you the way, I can lead you to the way that can make this treble salary for you, what you will do.
Um, Tell me about it. I would like you to go deeper, about the subject, like how, really.
It came deeply in my mind, so it's like motivates me. So I wanna change the field to medical tourism. So what I did, I searched about study about the marketplace. Yeah, so the first thing came was real estate, medical tourism, and merchant clothes and tijaret, So I changed my field. Yeah. So I learned a lot. I take a lot of courses, and I learned in university as well. And I took solid tourism, which is medical tourism, and how can you, follow the steps to be a medical consultant. And I took also diploma in this stuff, and I added a lot of things with convincing even and providing solution for the patients and so on. And it came this idea to me while I was working in the clinics as a medical consultant. So I wanted to open the Royal Group service. How about you? Tell me about your journey. I talked about. Sorry.
Yeah. So like when I first started, it was like about like I really wanted to take a driver's seat of my life because my father. When I first started, I remember like I had a dream to be a soccer player, and like what was the shift? Because I really wanted to take the driver's seat of my life. To be honest with you, I was tired of seeing my father like fighting for me, because he was the one who was supporting me, to pay school fee. And one day I just tell myself, I can't do that anymore. I'm tired, asking my father, every time to send me money or something. I should be the one to send them like money or at least to support them or support my brothers and sisters. So I think it was the time for me to shift and to take the control of my life as it should be because I feel like I'm a grown boy now. I feel like um, that's how it should be, and that was my motivation. As I told you, I had a dream to be a soccer player, but no matter it is a dream, I'm penning it. Why not? Like one day to continue because I'm still young. Um, I I'm telling myself like all the time that the dream never dies. The dream will never die. So anytime I want, I can maybe like try to do beside my football journey. But right now, I'm more focused on on personal development, entrepreneurial. I want to level up my entrepreneurial spirit. I would like to work on myself more and more to be ready for any challenge in this life. So that's my motivation, that's my passion. I want to make my family proud of me. I want to bring insightful legacy for the world, for the entire community, like back in my country, and that's it. So Usam, like, um, I will let you continue, and then about like how long and what was your challenges, like what was like complex for you to level up, or did you have, or did you get any problem in this industry? How it was like? I'm curious about how you handle your challenges. What's your routine? Like how you handle it. I mean, basically, like tell me about your uh, the way you process like in this and
No, first I want to comment about. I'm sure that your parents, your family, they are so proud of you. I mean, like
I
anyone
guess so.
get abroad to be in this level, like business consultant, or to do a business plan, or even to guide, or even to work in business, like for clothes and so on, to have a lot of passive income, which is that's a very great, for young person like you and so on. And I'm sure everyone who is following us or watching this podcast, they know living in Turkey is, they have pros and cons. So first, let's thank Turkey and Istanbul for hosting us. Thanks even for the studio.
Yeah, I'm
For
great. I'm sorry to interrupt you, but I'm so grateful for being like for coming in Turkey. I remember the first time when my father told me, "Oh, um, like my son, you going to study in Turkey." You know what I remember? Um, I'm sorry, but I just cried. You know, I
Oh,
didn't want
so
it
sorry.
like to come in Turkey
You
because
cry because you don't want to come to Turkey.
yeah, and he told me, you know, it's a Muslim country. You're gonna learn, you know, how to behave, how to be, you know, a good man, and that's how I came. And I had the dream like to be a soccer player, and then I came. I learned more about myself. I learned about life, how to be, um, like more present in your soul. You know, I'm grateful, and I thank Türkiye teşekkür ediyorum. İnsan oldum Türkiye'de. Onun için like I'm grateful. I'm just saying in Turkish that like this is the place where I'm going to remember for all my entire world because this is the place where I became a man, where I'm becoming a man day by day. I'm learning from people, I'm learning from you, I'm learning from life, you know. So that's the most important things for me. And I'm seeing this journey like something um, like school. It's like, I mean, the place where I am now, the life is like a school for me. It's not a destination. So I'm gonna continue to learn and to develop, like to work on myself more and more as much as I can. And that's it. Usama.
Excellent choice, by continue learning. And I don't want to skip the subject speaking about challenges for people who like, to live in a fancy life and so on. Turkey supports you, they give you some things, but there are pros and cons. From the challenges that we were having, not about some inflation and some other things, like for example, the lack of information about the market, because I was like a beginner, 5 years ago. So I have a lot of challenges about like competitors, and there was like in a business term, we I can call everyone like they were sharks, and the sharks they're trying to eat the small fish,
Yeah,
and I
definitely.
was definitely small fish. So what I have done, I fall down, I lost a lot, and from this losing, I learned and I participated with Brian Tracy, Jordan Belfort, and I took business development. So I invest in myself before investing in the business.
Okay.
But so what I was doing, I was working as an employee, and also I was developing the business from the salary I was taking from as an employee. So I was taking the money or the salary and so on to just develop the business because I lost a lot of money.
Oh my
So
God.
that was the first step, but I learned a lot of things like from the
That's
challenges.
the most
Never.
important thing.
Yeah, but I still remember that day I cried, and even I
Oh,
have
really?
like, I don't know, it's
It's a
not a
big
heart attack,
Turkey,
but
huh?
it's not a heart attack, but I definitely was hard to breathe, and I was crying, and I was like, I don't want this anymore. I want to leave it.
Insane.
True, wallah. But there's just like something. I prayed, I got inspired, and even my mom supports me, and she told me, "Look, son, you're almost 20 or 30% moving on. So uh, move forward. Do not look backward." And discipline is the most important thing, and thank god I develop it. And we're talking about the stack, like we are taking the ladder step by step, baby steps. And yeah, çok şükür, alhamdulillah, I'm taking this step forward, like giving those challenging, converting into something positive.
Yeah, you better though. And like from Kobe Bryant, he said, you know, things are never perfect, but through love, you continue to perceive, you move through them, and then through that storm, and a beautiful sun emerge. That's from Kobe Bryant, you know. So, as we used to say it, as I like recently said, this is like a journey, it's not a destination. You know, you will always be facing, you know, challenges. Every day is like a new page, and you have to write either a small story, like either a big story. So just take a steps, move. It's not about perfection, you know. I mean, it's about progress. We have to learn from each day.
Perfection is the enemy of success.
Yeah, definitely. And that's how I move. That's how I'm trying, to better myself. And, you know, and Usama, tell me, about the medical tourism. What did you choose? Like, what's your motivation? Like, yeah, of course, we have talked about like the main motivation about the entrepreneurial journey, but I would like to go more deeply. What's motivates you like to continue in this journey of tourist I mean in medical tourism? So tell me about it.
So that's a very good question. Medical tourism is to perceive and a lot of patients that come abroad to Turkey. I'm talking about Istanbul. So they are coming to Istanbul for both goals. Like the first one is for treatment, and the other one is for tourism. That's why it's called medical tourism. So, working in this field, you are making a growth of your network. So you are dealing with a lot of patients that come abroad from UK, from France, from all over the place. Because Turkey, Istanbul in general, they are receiving a lot of patient, and they have the best, let's say, treatment. And nowadays they are treating even the artificial arms
Oh,
and
really?
cancer, and not only for plastic surgeries and for aesthetic. That's why it's now take a huge value in treatments beside the aesthetic. And they also made um if you go to the market, go to the street, you will see a lot of people they done their hair, right?
Yeah,
So
yeah,
they call it a joke Turkish hairline.
Okay, I'm sorry to interrupt you. What about the price and like how why do you think that people should choose Royal Medical Tourism, and what about the price? What about the life cost, and how, like, for someone, let's say for example, for someone who don't know anything about Istanbul, how should they process? How should be in the contact with you? How it should be, you know?
Well, nowadays there's a lot of competition, and also the clients or patient they are so smart. So you ask yourself like why, or should I say why am I different than others? So what I provide is not only like I'm not talking just to to make people come, and so of course I would be glad, but I'm just giving the benefits. For example, like we're the only one who giving nurses in the hospitals. We're giving a lot of benefits, also the aftercare and so on. Beside that, nowadays, before you come to Turkey, you should do your own research. It's not about the price; it's about the quality. It's about also what have you can take. For example, the guarantee. For example, do they provide true testimonial not only for freelance that would like to you to come and so on.
Yeah,
So
sure.
this is your body we're talking about. So it's a serious procedure, serious thing. So first, make sure you have the consultation with the doctor, just like what we provide. We provide a video consultation before the patient comes, which is make huge benefits for the patients. Beside that, we also provide a course for the medical tourism, how to be a medical consultant. So we do the training, also we do the treatment.
I love it.
You
I
see,
love it. I
we
love
are the only one who made the platform, and the student can take this course, and they go. There's a professor, doctors. How can you even be a professional in this field?
it. Amazing. And for me, what separates those entrepreneurs who achieve successful story from those who don't, it is like for you. I mean, like I'm asking you a question right now. I'm gonna repeat it again. Like I mean, for you? What separates those entrepreneurs who achieve successful story from those who don't? For you, is it a talent? Is it about luck or opportunity, or do you think it's about intelligence? What do you think about it?
Well, let's repeat the three options you said: intelligence,
Yeah.
luck, and the third one,
The opportunity, about opportunities.
opportunities.
Yeah.
Well, actually, the good entrepreneur, or should I say, any entrepreneur, they should have properties, attributes. Let's say attributes.
Okay.
So, to be an entrepreneur, you must be a leader.
Oh, really?
To be an entrepreneur, to be a leader, you must have the experience.
Mm.
I cannot say until now, I cannot say I'm an expert. Maybe 5, 6 years of experience, blah, blah, but I'm afraid to say I'm experienced. Why? Because every day I'm learning.
But for me, you are an expert,
Thank you.
and because
Like,
for me, like you got all the things that you need, about how to speak, how to communicate. For me, like I don't know about like you guys, I don't know about the audience, maybe, but me especially, like personally, is my expert. I don't know about you. I'm inviting you to come and discover by yourself in Turkey. So go ahead. I'm sorry to interrupt you again.
feel
I'm
flattered.
listening.
Thank you so much for that. Always to be humble, but to, for example, if you want to define an expert or that guy is an expert in his field or so on, there is a levels to be an expert.
Yeah, there is.
Nowadays with the social media, I see a lot of things like, for example, someone who take course online and boom on his profile, oh, expert in X Y Z. Come on, for God's sake, you must be an expert. You must have. I'm talking about experience, not to be a long term in or
Yeah,
be
I
an
see. I
idle
feel you.
item in
I feel you. I
job. You
feel
know
you.
what I mean? For
I
example,
feel you.
people who are in a job, for example, X job for years, doesn't mean he is an expert. An expert, he must have the knowledge, apply it, and also solving the problems and to be expand in the knowledge and solving these big problem.
Yeah. To support what you just said, for me, like personally, I think a good entrepreneur is someone who has the art to solve problem. The entrepreneur is like a good solver, a problem solver machine. He could like identify any problem anywhere and to bring, the remarkable um, solution for the problems. So I think like what you just said, I stand by your side, and that's more accurate for me. So and then like we will continue about what do you think about this modern world? I mean, like to be specific, the new world, like the new modern world, like related to intelligence artificial, about the internet of things, about the digital marketing. Like what do you think about it?
To be honest, it have two sides. Like we can say it's a gun with two sides, or I don't know how to translate it. It's like a Turkish proverb. We can
Okay,
say
tell
it.
me. I'm gonna try.
It's like it's a gun with two sides. Like it can be either taking for your side or against you. So nowadays, I hate to be honest. I hate social media, but I use it for business term for personal branding to show up.
Okay.
But there are a lot of people who don't have even the knowledge and they are speaking, and it becomes well known as a trend. Nowadays, if I just launch, or should I say, play a song,
Mm,
this song, if it's a trend, your mind immediately came to the last video you watched,
yeah, yeah.
which is I read an article. I'm not sure if it's true or not, but I think it's true. It's talking about how brain cell become how your brain cell get affected badly from these trends. Imagine in 1 minute you are watching 5 videos, one talking about fashion, one talking about business, one talking about religion, one talking about Turkey, one talking about kissing. What the hell? 5 minutes scrolling. You are 2 minutes scrolling talking about different subjects. So your brain won't handle these a lot of subjects.
Yeah, so
S-
difficult.
but in the other hand, if we are talking about useful things like AI, artificial intelligence, also artificial intelligence now they are saying we would be able to replace it with like to replace employee with AI to be honest, AI is a tool that help you to analyze, help you for performance, but they cannot be human 100%.
Yeah, but I stand by your side again, and I would say like um, bringing artificial intelligence in the business industry for me is so like it's so productive for me about automating the works, you know, about delegating, you know, your your work, you know. For me, I just mean it will make you more productive, you know, because like as an entrepreneur you have a lot to do. You have to receive a customer. Sometimes you're tired, you come home, like I mean you came like after work, you go home late and you don't have time like to
To do
communicate with
automation
your, yeah.
task, I totally agree with you. To do automation tasks like emails, so on, AI can do. AI nowadays, you can even build your own business sale, but sales, no, you cannot do sales by AI, right?
You know, as you said, you know, there is the manner also like how to use AI, you know, about automations and, you know, those things related like to delegate, you know, some small task like sending message or responding like spontaneously. Yeah, I agree for it, but it can't.
But let me ask you something. Let me ask you something. Imagine yourself like dealing with AI all the time as a robot. You know, I miss, like, I love dealing with humans. You know, like,
Human touch, you know, like I like the I,
look, imagine if I was just an AI talk to you all the time, even the podcast made by AI. Oh, what do you think, Mr. Mohammed? For one, press two. For two, if you don't like the subject, please press two. You know what I?
come on, you know, that's insane, you know. People should know first how to use IA. You know, I can see that people are like getting afraid of AA. I mean, there is a side, as you say, is like a gun with the two sides, you know. It can like kill you or like save you. And you have to know perfectly how to use it. And, you know, in this modern world, like for me, those side you should work on and also know how to use them, you know. So that's my part, that's my view on the things.
Totally agree. Let's back to a thing like some people might ask about like living in Turkey, and you also as a merchant entrepreneur, and you have an experience and you gave business consulting. So I imagine myself like I want to do a consultation with you in Turkey. So I want to ask regarding or behalf on the audience who would like to watch you or see you for the first time. What value can you give them or advice can you give them from Turkey in your business in general?
Like I would like just like to mention that I don't care about the people, you know. My like what pushed me to do this like this job or like to work on this field when I was first starting. I didn't start like because of money, like to be specific is not only about the financial freedom, but like whatever I'm doing anyhow, I tried to bring on the table what the people or what the person I'm dealing with can receive or can benefit
Can
from.
you give more description about it? Like I imagine I'm a client, which is very good. I really like it what you are doing. So maybe some others they don't understand exactly. Can you give me a storytelling from like from according to your experience? If I want to participate or be a merchant or ask anything from you, how can I take?
Let's say, for example, as I mentioned it before, I've been here for almost 5 years now. So, um, I couldn't say that I know all the things or I know everything about Turkey, but with my small experiences, I could like guide you where to buy and how to get the cheapest price and who to deal with because I've been there for almost 5 years. I didn't go back home. I'm here, you know, um, 5 days a week, you know, even sometime in the. So I just mean I'm here. I know who is who. Like basically, I can direct you. Um, like basically, I mean. So that's my point to tell you that I can bring you a beneficial, stuff. I can support you with the key directional stuff.
You mean like, for example, nowadays there are multiple alternative, but they cannot be like you can give them more specific things that other might not knowing. Like for your experience, 5 years is a good year, especially a guy who living here, studied here, dealing with business, doing consultant. So if they deal with you, they might take more benefits and more value than others. This is what you can say.
It depends on people. It's about you. I won't force anyone like to work with me. It depends on you. But I'm just like trying to spotlight. Why should you like come to me? Like, what's my experience? Because it's not about how I'm looking. Like, how do I look like? You know, like just listen. Like, just try to think about, to reflect about what I'm saying right now. So I'm just telling you, like with my few experiences, um you know I can direct you perfectly. you know as I mentioned it recently also, my purpose is not only about like to get free financial, but is about to help you know the person around me, because Istanbul is a big city. you know you will by working with me, maybe you can gain more time, to be more accurate, to be more specific about your time, to be more, more.
I see. You remind me just in the beginning about like, do you know the book of financial freedom? You were talking about steps and even your like your anchor for your goal, like why I am here, what should I do, the whys.
Yeah, the
The
wise
whys.
is
Like for example, if we want to ask like people, what are we doing here? Why are we here? What can you answer?
okay. First, um, as I was like trying to say, I just mean, you know, personally, I wanna bring my, my part in this war, especially, in this generation, because we are kind of lost. I'm aware of that. Like it might be difficult for most of us, and we are trying to find a gateway, not only for the new generation, also for the oldest business owner. So I want to make sure that I'm leaving a insightful legacy behind me, not only for my family, but for my future kids, and also for my like for the future world, like for the future, newbie. So I mean, let's say for example, if I try to run my business on like on I mean in only the purpose to get money without having an idea to bring um, insightful, like I'm sorry, like I want, like I will try to be more specific. Like I mean, as I defined the entrepreneur before, I'm trying to tell you I'm here to solve a problem, and the money or maybe the financial stuff. I'm sure that by the time it will come, like I'm being honest with you. I'm being with the audience. I'm not at the place where I want to be. This podcast is like about the progress. We are talking about the progress, and we are sharing the stories, and our experiences. So I'm a problem solver. You're a problem solver as an entrepreneur. And we're trying to develop that. We're trying to develop our communication area, how to deal with the customers, how we push them, like how we push ourselves to meet the same demand, you know. So to the customer to get satisfied for what you're giving, you have to meet the demand of the customer. You have to be a solver. So we're trying to be a solver. You know, I know you're solving a problem. You giving a training session to the newbie, how to be more accurate in the industry. This is like you solving the problems, you know, and I like it. I love what you're doing, like actually, because you're helping the world. Um, I might we might say that it is indirect, like it's not directly, but you is like a tree. You doing, you know, yeah, expanding, you know, and I love it, and I love it. So to not be more talking, I know like I'm doing more zigzag, you know. So to avoid it, as I said, it's our first time. Like I mean, especially
It's
it's
a
my first.
spontaneous.
Yeah,
Feel
it's a
free.
spontaneous,
It's
you know.
okay. Feel free. Even not zigzag. Like
Okay.
it's like when you talk about thing and other subjects
Mm-hmm.
came. It's this is like content continuously thing. Like it's
Yeah, got it. I got it, and I'm so excited. That's why, like, the inspiration is flowing on me because I really love it. I really love like to support, you know, my beloved, you know, friend, my beloved colleague. You know, I'm ready for the people around me.
I actually love your energy and even your comment. And by the way, maybe some people would like to ask, negative people, you know, not negative people. I'm sorry, I don't mean anyone is negative, but some people would like maybe to ask like, oh, I'm not living there for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You know, a lot of people they might give you an obstacle before you start, give you an obstacle before you do something. Like even in entrepreneurship or sorry, even in business or any client, when he wants to, for example, you close the deal with him, and you find he changes his mind
Yeah,
because there's an inner voice, outer voice, friends who are affecting him about this.
definitely.
So, what do you think about uh, negative ideas, negative thoughts about Istanbul?
The negative doubt, you know, people like in this modern world, you know, people has, I mean, like people have a lot of different informations. You know, they try to get, you know, they are looking how to benefit from the things, you know, more deeply. You know, too much informations is sometimes bad. You know,
Especially propaganda.
yeah, propaganda. Yeah, definitely. You know, just try to check on the profile. Let's say, for example, oh, you want to deal now. You're coming to Turkey for tourism medical. Check about Usam experiences, what he has done, and especially like let's say in your Instagram, you know, there is a storytelling. I mean, there is a footprint there. Yeah, testimony, and then with that, I don't think if you have to go in the other place to check the price or everything.
But you
That's
know, but I wanna comment on one thing. Like, recently, when you see like one bad experience, if he have reached a viral video, trust me, it will affect a lot of people. What can you comment on this stuff? Or should I say, before you comment, maybe I want to say my opinion, and I want to see your opinion about this
sure. Why
regarding.
not? Go ahead.
Like, for example, I have seen not only in one object, millions of videos that you are seeing talking about some case. For example, someone get robbed and he got make a video. Oh, I got blah blah. So everyone, people, this X country is bad. This X is
That's the
bad. Blah blah blah.
psychology
It,
behind
it it's like I don't know. They are they want to explode it,
it.
but
Yeah,
it's
I
not
got
true.
it.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's not true.
Maybe the situation itself do you know, 1% might be true, 99 might be not true. I was in a scene where an accident happened, okay?
Okay.
2 minutes later on the social media, 20 different story.
Oh.
A father hit a car, another, what the hell? I
Oh
have
my
seen it.
gosh.
So you can see, like, if you heard any story, do not believe it. Even nowadays, AI might replace some videos. You know
Yeah,
what I?
sure,
So
sure,
don't believe,
definitely.
don't
Yeah,
believe
don't
what
believe
happens on
and
social media.
like most of the time try to, to be authentic with yourself, Um I believe in the energy. When you see someone who could solve your problem, like like me about me personally, I see Usama. I know that like I can be friend with Usama. It's about energy. I know by the time I could have a long-term relationship with that one, I can work in the business field with that partner. So that's the most important thing. You know what? For lack of words, what people are lacking of is about those
Awareness.
yeah, awareness. And I think it's something normal. We all have an issue some parts, but it's about psychology stuff. But let me tell you, be specific, be authentic, and be sometime like try to gain the time. Try to be more productive about your time. Do not try to search more and more. If you want to work with someone, or if you want to deal with someone, try to figure out. Take your notes, search about the person, search about the company, and then be honest with you. The time is flowing. How the time is going fast. I remember
The
I
business
was
equation, which is to
yeah,
buy the.
yeah, by the time. And to this is a storytelling. I've been working for like 5 years now.
So
I
what
had
was the weirdest thing happened to you?
I remember, my one of my first clients. I don't work anymore with this client. You know why? Because he, I think that he had the conversations like with others, like around him. He used to listen to people, in Turkey. Yeah, he's like he started hesitating because he had the belief that I'm a good person, I'm authentic, and I'm transparent. Like whatever I'm doing, like I try to stay authentic, and transparent. And I think that's my power because I will show you everything about the price, the receipts. Transparency, is the most important things. So, like, what happened? Um, I had that feeling that he had the conversation. I'm sorry, he had that conversations with the people around him, the people around him who used to travel around the world. Like they say that those intermediary, like the people, those people in Istanbul, they try sometime to add more price, about commission stuff and everything. But I'm telling my brother, you know I'm kind of a religious person, so I swear, it's even more difficult for me. It's my right to do it. I'm in a business, it's my part to do because like that's how I'm living. I'm paying, my father or like the family is not paying anymore my bills. All my bills is on me. I have to fight for my right. But I'm trying with my customers, to make a price. Like um, I mean, my price, my own price for my time. The time that I'm going to give them to make a price for that one. And about the commission part, I'm trying to be transparent with them by telling them how this is how it works. This is how we process in Turkey. Maybe if I bring you to a company, let's say a ceramics company, like or maybe a material construction company, they will give me maybe, let's say, 10%. But I will be transparent with you. Are you ready to pay my my time, or would you prefer to to to let me take the 10% of I mean of what the company is going to
So
give?
how can you deal with a hesitate client?
With the hesitate client, I'm going to be transparent with them. It's about them to decide, you know. So as I was saying, my one of my first clients, he started hesitating because he had that feeling. I think so. I'm maybe I'm adding prices on the products to give him. He even like tried to travel to here personally. So when he came, and I was like so lovely with him, like I was so cheerful with him. I've tried to show to give my best to him. I showed him.
You remind me of a similar situation. One of the clients, he contacted me. Um, he told me, Mr. Sam, I want to tell you something. I have a client, blah, blah. How can you deal? He was talking about the course. How can you deal with the hesitated one, especially about medical tourism and so on? I'll tell him if you have any hesitated customer, you should. Yeah, there's something called desk. Desk, it's an international like personality type. If he was a hesitated type, you must know how you to control him. Do not be positive all the time with him.
Okay, I love it. I'm learning from that.
How can I control this guy? You can control him by obligation
I'm
and
really
force him
love it.
for down payment.
Okay.
So, for example, this client will be so friendly with you. He will give you all the confirmation. I will send you the ticket. I will pay. I will go for you, and so on. But
Okay.
be careful because he is a hesitated person. So, to solve this problem in the first call, in the first meeting, in the first business meeting, you should obligate and make everything clear to control him. Either down payment or a deal and so on, and tell him your time is worthy, so you either right now or never. In that case, his type of personality, he will be converted from hesitated to confirmed to closed deal.
Oh, I got it. I love it, and I'm amazing. That was fabulous. That was something insightful for I'm learning. As I said.
You know, I'm very glad that you came here today. We done this podcast. Unfortunately, 5 minutes left. And in these 5 minutes, I would like we spoke about our experience in Turkey. We spoke about business. We spoke about business consultation, like storytelling, your experience, my experience, about you, about me, medical tourism. We spoke about a lot of stuff. I'm really excited. So to end up this, we talked about a gift. So, from your side, before the gift, or should I say, I want you to give the audience who are watching us a small tip as a business consultation from the gift that you reward them or promise them. And yeah, and
Definitely. As a communication tips, Jefferson says what you say is who you are. You can learn how to be more articulate, confident, and persuasive. So always know what is the next word. Me too, especially as you can see, I'm working on it. I'm trying to working on my communication part, and it's so important. Like not only for the business consultant, but for all the entrepreneur. How you communicate, how you use the words. Because like you must know that the people like in front of you are getting like some insightful things from you, and that's like the way you will get benefit from your conversation, and the other person will get also a right information of it. So that's the part I would like to add uh, in this part. And thank you, Usama, for receiving me today. That was so um, like cheerful for me. It was just a pure bliss for me, like being here, and I'm grateful. I'm really grateful, and yeah, thank you.
You're welcome. I would like also to comment on a few things. Remember about the word, the reward, or the gifts from Royal Group Service and also Mr. Mohammed. We will provide you a free business consultation.
Yeah, there we
This
go.
free business consultation, you will take a benefits how to make business here in Turkey or even outboard like outsourcing. And also, I'm going to give you a free medical consultation from our medical consultant and also a free lecture about medical tourism here in Istanbul. Not about this only, I will provide you an ebook. This ebook will talk about life in Turkey, the business in Turkey.
Usama, wait, you didn't talk like about your book, The Sniper. Yeah, we were about to forget about that's so important. Like just touch a bit since we are at the end of the podcast.
Unfortunately, because of the time and because it's not translated yet to English, but thank God it's sold out in Cairo, it's sold out in Dubai right now, but inshallah in the upcoming maybe month the English version will be sold out, will be
We
launched
are
as soon as.
excited to get it. And me personally, I'm ready to. I'm a book lover. I'm a, I'm a big fan. Like to learn. Like I'm a book lover at all. So I'm ready for it. So do it quickly, cause I
Inshallah,
need
I'm trying even to translate it to Turkish. Like I have done this book. It talks about medical tourism. It talks about how I increase sales in clinics. It talks about my personal experience. It talks about how I increased the sales up to 40%. And I have a lot of testimonial from different.
I got it. So arkadaşlarım ne diyor? Diyor ki belki yani bir kitap yani yazmış baya bence yani Arapça ama inşallah yani diyor ki gelecekte şey çeviri yapacak yani Türk iş olarak inşallah bakalım yani bu sürpriz bir şey yani inşallah bakalım. Okay.
Inshallah. Thank
Um,
you so much
thank
again.
you, my brother. I'm so grateful, So don't think or don't care about, how we made it. We trying, to progress. And we promise you next time it will be better than this one. So as a first postcard, I think that's just amazing. We tried and we are proud. I'm proud. I don't know what about are you
I'm
proud?
so proud, of
Yeah,
course.
so
If
thank you,
you,
my brother.
my
Yeah.
pleasure, my pleasure. Wait, we're gonna
So,
tell them one thing. Don't
okay.
forget to share, like, subscribe, and wait us for the next podcast. If you like this and if you want to talk about more business in Turkey or lifestyle, don't forget to put in the comments and see you in the next podcast.
See you. Okay, see you.